Hello everyone, so today I am going to be showing you how to make khichri, and this is an Afghan dish and Indians also make it, so do Pakistanians. It just differs the spices you put. So here I have 3 green chilies chopped, 2 garlic, and here I have 3 garlics. So these 3 garlics I'm going to be putting in the cook pot with the meat, and this one is for my yogurt sauce which I will be making, and this one is to also go in the pot to give it spiciness, and it really depends on how spicy you like it, to use the amount of spices that you want, but 3 green chilies should be good. And here I have 2 cups of rice washed and resting. Here I have 2 cups of the green mush for the khichri, and here I have 1 onion already chopped and ready. Here I have some tomato paste for the sauce on top, and here I have some ready chopped tomatoes from the store, or you can chop up your own tomatoes for the sauce. Here I have a half a cup of oil with my meat already cooking in it, to get it soft. You can also close the top and pressure cook it for about 30 to 40 minutes depending on how much meat you're using. I'm not using that much meat, so after 30 minutes of pressure cooking it, it was soft enough. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add in my onions, and what we're gonna do is get the onions to melt in here. Hello. So we're gonna get the onions to melt in here, welt and cook really good, and once it's out, oh, that's not only yogurt, once it's melted, then we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients. And so far I do not have any spices in here. I just have my onions, a tablespoon of salt, and my ginger and chilies I'm gonna put in right now. You could also put in some my garlic, no ginger. You can also put in some garlic while you're pressure cooking the meat, because that helps the meat to get soft faster. So I'm putting in here, and my heat right now is on 5 because I want it to caramelize really fast, so that I can go ahead and add my tomatoes. And for the color, we're gonna add just a bit of turmeric, and zira powder is another spice that I'll be putting in here. So this is the zira powder that I have put in, a tablespoon. You can put any zira powder, and I put in half a tablespoon of turmeric, and it could be any store-bought turmeric that you can use. And in the meantime, while we are letting the onions simmer and cook through with the meat, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to make the yogurt sauce. So because I want it to be a little thicker, I've gone in and added here 5 tablespoons of yogurt and 2 tablespoons of sour cream. This is the sour cream that I am using. It could be any brand, any company, whatever you have at home. And this is the yogurt, the 3.5%. And I'm only making this much because there's only 2 of us and I don't want too much sauce remaining. This is a little thick, so I'm gonna also add a little bit of water. But the other key ingredients is to chop up your garlics really fine, smaller than this if you could, and then going ahead and adding it into your yogurt sauce. What I'm gonna actually do is, because my garlic is still a bit big, I'm gonna go ahead and put it through this and squish it in here, just so we get that garlicky taste. And also I'm gonna add about 4 to 5 tablespoons of water, depending on how thick I want it, because right now this is too thick. So here we go. I have pushed out all of the garlic flavors. Now I'm gonna add some water. Here we go, and added in 4 tablespoons of water. Just gonna mix it in, and what we also do traditionally is add just a bit of salt to this and add some dried mint leaves. It's still thick, so I'm gonna add this much water. So I would say less than half a cup to half a cup of water, depending on the consistency that you want and how much yogurt you have. Like, you will know the consistency, I will show you, so then you will know how much to put depending on that. It's still thick, and the sour cream makes it a little sour, but it also makes it very thick, so that's why we have to add water to balance it out. Okay, so this is the consistency that we want, guys. Just keep mixing it through until you get rid of all these little air bubbles and little yogurt balls in there. And now we're gonna add just a little shake of salt. The last thing is the dried mint leaves. So here I have added half a tablespoon of dried mint leaf. Just gonna mix it in really well. It smells really fresh. It smells really good. Okay, this part is done. Now we're gonna go ahead and check on my meat that I've just been letting simmer with the onions, and the color looks beautiful. Everything looks really good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add some chopped up ready tomatoes, or you could use 2 whole tomatoes yourself. So adding the same amount of chopped up tomatoes in here right now. So here we go. I've added 2 diced tomatoes. This is to create my sauce and to give it a lovely color. I'm gonna let this simmer for another 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our rice and add our mush, which I keep forgetting in English what it would be called, so I'll figure out the name for you guys and put it in the title. And here there's some chili flakes for some added spice, but you do not have to add the chili flakes. I just boiled my mush because I did not want it to take too long while I was cooking, but usually people put the rice and this at the same time, or put this like 10 minutes earlier than the rice, and just let it boil through cooking here. But I just wanted it to be faster, so I pre-boiled it so it's ready and cooked. So that's why I'm gonna add my rice first, and after like a few minutes of adding my rice, then I'm gonna go ahead and add this to it. This is what makes it khichri. This bean is what makes it khichri. This is called mung bean, I think. I'm gonna double check the name for you guys. Okay guys, right now this looks ready. The sauce color looks delicious. So what I'm gonna do is add half a liter of boiled water. And the thing with khichri is that we do not want it to be hard, and we do not want all of the water to dry out, because we want it to be that soggy, mushy creaminess. So if you add a little more water, don't be afraid, because we're gonna boil everything together, and we want it to be a creamy, watery kind of consistency. We do not want the khichri to be hard, because hard khichri doesn't taste as good as if it's soft and creamy. So I'm gonna bring this to a boil, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my rice and then add my mung beans. And in the meantime, what you can do is taste the salt and pepper of your dish and add more salt. If you think it needs any other kind of seasoning that you want to add, you can do that as well. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and taste the salt and see how it is. Okay, so the salt is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and add my rice to the water right now. I'm going to drain some of the excess water from this here. Just so it makes it easier to pour in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in here. Here we go, guys. Pouring everything in. So right now I have put the rice in, and I am letting it boil with the water. I'm trying to get it to start softening up. And after 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add my beans. But if you have not pre-boiled your beans like me, you will need to add it in before you add the rice, because they're harder than rice, so it takes a little longer for them to cook and soften up. So because I pre-boiled it, I'm not going to add it right now. But if you have not pre-boiled your beans, you have to add it before the rice, at least 10 minutes before the rice, because it takes longer for it to soften. And right now, while my main dish is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and make the sauce on the side. So this is a cup of tomato paste, any tomato sauce, sorry, that you have, and with less than a half a cup of oil. And this is the sauce that we're gonna be making to put on top of the khichri with the yogurt sauce. So this is like a soury sour tasting, and the yogurt is like sweet and fresh, so it's to balance each other out and to give you that wholesome creamy taste throughout the dish. And I have the heat on too right now because I just wanted to start simmering slowly, just like you would make a tomato sauce for a pasta. And make sure you have it covered because you don't want it splattering everywhere. So this is the sauce that we are making, and it's really easy to make. It's just letting it come to a simmer with the oil. That's going to give it that taste. And you can also add some spices in the sauce if you want, like salt, pepper, chili pepper, anything you like. But I'm just gonna not add anything and keep it the way that it is, so that it gives me that soury taste on top of my khichri. And right now it's been about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my beans right here, just like that. Mix it a bit. Okay, look at that, guys. It's looking delicious already. I'm gonna add the rest. And it's okay if you have a little too much beans compared to your rice, because this dish, this star, is supposed to be this mosh, or this delicious bean. So we're gonna just let this simmer. I'm gonna keep the top covered and simmer it for about 5 minutes. And if you think it needs more water, you can add more water. If you think it needs more time, you can add more time. And at this point, we're also going to be adding 3 potatoes. These are small potatoes. I just peeled them and cut them in half. And this is something traditional that goes with it. You can also put carrots, which I will be putting in as well. And you can also put in turnips. It's just something traditional that you put in, because this is like a winter dish. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in my carrots as well. And so here I have 3 carrots and 1 turnip, which I have peeled and cut in halves, and I'm gonna put them in as well. And you can also put your carrots and veggies before you put the rice in as well. Just depends on how soft you like them. We don't like them too soft, so I'm putting it in at this point, because now I'm gonna cover the top and pressure cook it for 10 minutes, and then our dish should be ready to serve. And here my sauce is slowly simmering away. So I'm gonna go ahead, cover the top, and let this steam cook and pressurize for 10 minutes, and then we should be ready to serve our dish. So it's been about 10 minutes now that I have it on heat 3, and just let it simmer and all the excess water get absorbed and let it become that creamy soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and check it and see how it is. And here my sauce is simmering and it's ready. So if this is ready, then I'm gonna take it out and serve it and show it to you guys. So guys, right now I opened the top, and it just needs another 5 minutes to soak all that water up, and then we are ready to serve. So guys, it's really steaming away. You can hardly even see inside the pot, but all those bubbles means that it's almost ready. And it's been simmering like this for about 10 minutes now, and it just looks so creamy. It feels creamy. I haven't put it in my mouth because it's really hot, but you can see what I mean by it. And a key thing also is to make sure that you take your meat out to the side before you put in all the vegetables and let it simmer and simmer, because you don't want the meat to just cook to the point where it just swells and melts away into this, because you want to have some to eat with, right? So another 5 minutes like this until it absorbs most of the water, and then we will go ahead and serve it. Guys, this is almost ready. You see how the water is completely starting to disappear. That's what we want. We do not want it too watery. And here my sauce has been simmering away the whole time, so I just put the heat to 2 right now because it was on simmer, because we're almost ready to serve. So I want this to be piping hot. And like I said, you could add some salt in here, pepper, chili flakes, whatever you want to give the sauce a bit of kick. But I just decided to stay with the natural flavor of the sauce with just a little bit of salt to give it that sourness, which is gonna play so well with our yogurt sauce. Okay guys, this is ready for us to go ahead and serve. So I'm gonna turn the heat off, let it cool just a little because it's too hot right now, and then go ahead and serve it. Anyway guys, now I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna garnish it. A circle layer of yogurt, and now we're gonna put the tomato sauce on top. And here you have it guys. Khichri is ready, delicious, and waiting for your tummies. So try it and let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, and enjoy.